how proud you must be of this team today and just the effort they gave to be shorthanded Alabama to start out like they did and to come out and then put on a performance like that.
No, I was, I didn't know what to expect. We had 2 days, and I apologize to everybody out there that I shut down practice to scouts and everybody because we needed 2 days to get ready with how the hell are we going to play? What do we do? Who are the subs? Do we sub? Do I use my timeouts, which I've done in the past, to give them rests? That's what I did today and said, look, we're riding this group. Low turnovers. The big guys got turnovers. The guards Kellen had two. Davion played that whole game. They were, I was yelling at the staff because the staff's saying, you got to get Kellen out. He's exhausted. You got to get Kellen out. He's exhausted. And then he bangs a three. You want me to take him out? You want him out? So if anybody was close enough to the bench saying, he yells at everybody. Yeah, I yell at everybody. Only person I can't yell at is the princess. She won't take it. She's like, no, not happening.
Kyle, last week you said you could account for one of TyTy or Sahvir being out, but not both of them. You accounted for today. So what does that say about this team's potential long term?
Like I told him after, we got great depth. And just so you know, we have prepared for both Kellen, Davion to be point guards because we've done it in practice. And Davion more so than Kellen. Now, the reason I started with Kellen on the baseline is I wanted Quinterly off the ball. I did not want him to guard the ball. I wanted somebody else to guard the ball. So we had 2 point guards, so whoever Quinterly was guarding, we put in the grinder. They made all those threes early, and I kept telling the guys, look, we think they're going to make 30 today? Just play. We gave up offensive rebounds. We had late shot threes, but we hung around. And this is I keep saying this, I like my team. There are good teams out there, but I'm taking this one.
Yeah, Cal, I'm not sure I've ever seen a guy who's as good a shooter as Kellen be so deferential at times. Was today potentially big for him because it just put it squarely on his shoulders that you got to shoot, you got to score for us today?
Well, there's 2 things that happened today. We had to go through Oscar. We had to. And I told Oscar, I don't care if the guy's 7'8", you got to get baskets and get fouled. The second thing I told the guys, and I told them at the shoot-around, you got to make shots. I jumped Jacob today at the shoot-around. I normally don't do that at shoot-around. Tom was there, so Tom knows because he was like 2 for 11. You can't go through a shoot-around and go 2 for 11 because now your mentality is you're not making shots in the game. So after he started making shots, and what did he do today? Made shots, made free throws, and I told him, you're going to have to make some jumpers. I didn't say threes. But if you have them, I was happy to see Keon make a 3. But that's not who he is. He's a mid-range 2-point shooter, and you know what? One of the best in the country. What he did today, he started and got absolutely pushed up. It wasn't good. But the way he played in the second half, that's who he is. And that's all I'm going to accept. Now, the greatest thing for him, he knows now I can start slow and I can sit down for a minute and get myself in the right frame of mind. And I keep telling these guys, you can't listen to the poison. You can't listen to it wherever it's coming from. Just stay focused on each other.
Yeah, John, there were times earlier when you said that you're established. People saw what we did at Kansas. People saw what we did to Tennessee here. Does this game move to the top of that list?
I don't know. I mean, doing that what we did at Kansas, that was done before at Kansas. I think it was 1942. So I would tell you what we did there was pretty big. What we did to Tennessee, when you see how good they are. Like, they're really, really good. And what we did here, But this game was doing a different thing. Now you're shorthanded, and guys have to step up. I showed the guys a tape that was done of Nick Saban, Coach Saban, talking about being ready for your opportunity. And part of it was you're worried about the results. You're results oriented. I need more shots. I need more minutes. I got to get there. Versus I'm going to be the best and train myself to be the best at the position I have. So when you do get a chance, you're ready to go. Like, we got some guys that haven't played. I thought Davion did good again. He did. Or Damian, did good again. So I'm not afraid to play him. I thought Lance did good when we had to put him at 4 because we were getting manhandled at that position. But those guys are ready to step in and help. And they were all happy after the game. The whole locker room, they were happy with each other. And Sahvir and TyTy thanked them, because they couldn't play. And those two want to play. They may be out another couple games. I need them healthy before March. We don't need them to play hurt. If we can't win a game because they're not there, then we don't win the game. If this group chooses to play to win, we'll have a chance. But it's hard, and Alabama's a good team. They made 14 threes and lost. I don't know if you just heard what I said. We have our guards out, and we have 7 turnovers.
When you're at full strength, you're pretty scary. Does this give you confidence that you can make a run, a deep run, if you're shorthanded?
Here's what I would say. Again, because I've done this a long time and I've been in a lot of these one game and you're out deals, if you're playing with a short roster, you've got to be really lucky that you're not going to have guys in foul trouble, that you're not going to get somebody hurt. But if you have a deep roster, even if you choose not to play them all, but they're there, and what you're going to try to do with the deep roster is get everybody in the first half and then shorten the rotation to win the game in the second half. The more players on your roster that can help you, the more room for error. Stuff goes wrong, and you're okay. So I've had both. I've had my one UMass team, I played 5 guys, 37 minutes each. And we were fine, and we made it to the game against Kentucky, who had 11 NBA players we had to go against, but that game in the semifinal. But you can do it, but I'm saying very dangerous. Dangerous if you're playing 5-6 guys.
John, I'm sorry, it took me a moment to unmute. Can you say why you kept Sahvir and TyTy on the sideline? Is it an injury, illness, something else?
They're both injured. They're both injured. And it's one of those, we just don't need nagging. So if they got to take another week off, take a week off.
There was a time where Jacob went down and was holding his face with all the nicks and knocks you guys have had. What goes through your mind when you see another guy down?
He got hit in the face. It was a foul. That was what I thought. And then somebody said Pat and I went nose to nose. I like Pat. He's a good guy. So he charged me, but I'm good.
John, who do you think turned the program, turned the game around in the first half when you were kind of manning around with the bad lead? I think you went on 10-0 run. What do you think turned that game around?
I thought Keon, his aggressive defense and rebounding changed the game for us at that point. Instead of them getting rebounds and baskets where they just drive and shoot a layup, all of a sudden the threes they were making, which were guarded, they're not making now. And then we offensively, I kept telling the staff, stop talking about the offense. We're fine. we played the game a little different today. If you could imagine, we had 2 practices to put a game plan together that was different than we normally would play. We grounded out. That's how we played today and still scored 91 points. But I felt that's how we were going to have to play with a short roster.
Coach, after games like this, do you feel that your team is learning to play winning basketball on both ends?
Christos, I didn't hear. It was kind of garbled. Say it one more time.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Okay. Do you feel after games like this, wins like this, that your team is learning to play winning basketball?
Yes. Yeah. Well, we made 2 plays. We tried to post Oscar 12 feet off the block, and there was one other play that I said, Kellen in front of our bench, like putting the ball down where they could get it. You just don't do those things. Those are not smart basketball plays. What if it was a 4-point game? We could have lost the game. What if there were fouls that they would get with that, 2 shots? So, but the way we played and used the clock and created shots, look, and you could say what you want. Well, you banked 2 in. Do you know how many shots are banked in against us? Like, it's incredible. Guys from half court bank them in. So when we bank one in, I said, finally, we get one to bank in. But, they're getting better. They're learning how to win, and it's a good group. I'm telling you, every day I go to practice, I enjoy myself.
Yes, Cal, you've mentioned on occasion that Kellen kind of played the role he had today during his time at Davidson. Is that kind of what you leaned on a little bit when he had to kind of be that lead guard at times?
I teased him and I said, you played point guard against us your freshman year at Davidson when we played you, I think, in San Antonio. And he said, a little bit, but my senior year, I played point guard. I'm not sure he's telling me the truth, but I think he's the kind of guard we've had here, the Tyrese Maxey, the Manuel Quickleys, the Shea Alexanders, Jamal Murrays, Brandon Knights. They're basketball players. They can play on the ball and off the ball. And what I kept saying, that's where the game is going. Harden now is in Philly. Do you think that Tyrese is going to have the ball in his hands all the time? He's not. But you know what? He can play the other way. He'll go get 40 points because he can play off the ball because that's what he learned. Well, I'm not coming there unless the ball's in my hand the whole time. We don't play that. Learn to be a basketball player. Learn to play on the ball, off the ball, in pick and rolls. Learn to lift and drive. Make baskets late in the shot clock. So he's done good. I'm happy that, he kind of, wow, I didn't know he was that much at the 3-point line. How about he gets 2 turnovers? What's wrong with this kid?
3 more, Larry, Kyle, and then Daryl.
Talked several times this year about how well your team focuses on the game plan and what you want done. Is this the best example yet of that, what they were able to do today?
Not early. We went under some dribble handoffs. We had some miscommunication on simple dribble handoffs, like we big to guard, things that we didn't do. And all we said is you got to settle in defensively. I said, we're playing well offensively. We're playing well enough to win. But you can't just keep giving them open shots. It's their game. And they took 40. And I know there's people that want me to coach that way. I'm fine. Nate's an unbelievable coach. Does a great job. Has turned that thing into a monster. There's all kind of ways of doing this. I've done this for a lot of years. And I've changed and tweaked and brought in the dribble drive and then talked positionless basketball and, played 3-point guards different times and had some 3-point shooting teams. But 30% of the shots will be threes for us. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But when you look at Bill Self, pretty good coach. His numbers are about the same. 28, 30%. Well, we should take 60% should be threes and play all guard. Come on, man. We're at Kentucky. What are we playing for, Larry? You're muted, so it's good. Stay muted. But we're playing for March to put ourselves in a position to win national titles. It's what we do here. Let me thank the fans. Wow. Unbelievable environment. When we were dying, they never start booing. They don't boo. They were cheering us on. And when we made that run at the end of the half, the last 4 minutes, the way we guarded, they cheered on the guard, the rebound, how we defended. That's what they know what to cheer. They know what to push the buttons. Greatest fan. I love these fans. And I'm telling you again, they'll go back and they'll watch this tape 3 times. I'll watch it once. I get one. You won't believe this. I watched the game being played. When I watch the tape, there's some things I'm trying to look at to make sure I was either right or wrong. There's some things I may have gotten on a player about. I want to make sure I'm right in what I did. And if I'm wrong, Larry, I apologize. And I tell them I was wrong. Here's what happened in that play. They know. So they don't have to get upset with me if I'm wrong. They know he's going to go see it on the tape and he'll apologize. But I know our fans are going to watch it 3 and 4 times. I say have fun and cheer again and pause it. I wonder if this one goes in. You already watched it 3 times. You know it's going in. But that's what makes this a unique place. The fans. And the fans I keep coming back to, they're not moved. This is about this program. And when the next coach is here, they'll be about this program and about these kids. That's what Coach Rupp started this. The rest of us rent the seat. So, again, let me thank the fans. Guys, I got to go out and do this radio show. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'd like to get home tonight, see my wife. I got some friends in. But I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.